wonder if you got your music. Uh, okay. Where my people at? Where are my people at? Let me know if the music is too loud. Is the music too loud? Turn it down a little bit. There we go. Cool. All right. This is Real Talk, Real People. Your host, Carter Drew. This late night thoughts stream. Just got back from the gym about an hour ago. And we get comfortable. Just got back from the gym an hour ago. I guess I got that after gym energy. Was gonna go to bed. Probably should go to bed. I got class early in the morning today. But yeah, just wanted to do a stream. I haven't done a stream in a while. I've been busy, becoming a Henry. Well, if you want to use the terminology. But I've been busy making things happen. And I figured with the blessing of time that I have now, I should put more into this channel. And I've decided I will. I did create a second channel. I have not put any content up on it yet. That's dealing primarily with like cloud computing and things of that nature, where I'll do like study breaks on it. Engineering tutorials, setup, stuff like that, show you how that works. So once I get that up and running put more content out, I'll plug that channel more. Right now, it's Late Night Thoughts. And I guess I have a lot of thoughts, or nothing, but right now my mind's a blank. I used to have so much to talk about years ago, but maybe I had my priorities. Out of shape, out of whack. I feel like I was so inspired when I started this back in college. I was just so inspired. I would have ideas that just pop in my head like I was downloading them. And that college environment, and even after college, when I was working at dead-end, college jobs like the call center, the investment cold call center, or when I was working at the grocery store deli, I used to be like, I hate this. I'd be there 8 hours. I worked 2 jobs. I went to college after high school. I went to college nonstop, no summers, didn't take any summers off. Just did straight up college, summer classes, and worked 2 jobs all throughout college. And I was remembering I was doing so much my time was taken, but I'm telling you, I was so productive and effective. I had like I said, like 5 classes stacked each semester, even through summer, worked 2 jobs, got paid peanuts, got paid so little back then, had a had a car that would not stay running. Spent all my money keeping a car, repairing a car. Those that know me know what I went through with that gray silver. So I had the Chevy Impala, the midnight blue Chevy Impala first, and then I had the first one that I bought myself was a Pontiac Grand Am GT. That little car, boy, I was whipping that. I was whipping, man. Talk whipping. I would whip that little thing. I was whipping it. I love that little thing. um, and then when that finally conked out on me, or not conked out on me, like the Lord blessed me with a great job when I was dating a great woman, and then I got the Rogue, my Rogue, and that was my first midsize SUV. Until then, I was driving like sedans, but I'm like, okay, I can get used to this, and just felt roomy, felt good. Keep my homies in the back. You know, that car been that car went through it, and I lost it this year. Some idiot in a Jeep rear-ended me, and I lost it. And then a few days later, I had a new car, new new joint. But it's just interesting how you get something and it serves a purpose. It's better than you expected. It's a blessing. It came from a blessing, and it served me so well. It served me for 7.5 years, and it was just I wanted to keep it. I wanted to pass it down to my future little Carter Drews. You know what I'm saying? Or Carteret. I would never name my daughter Carteret, but you know, um, but it didn't work out like that. Sentimental value, if you will. That was tight. I do miss that car. Happened too fast for me to really think about that, to know that. I was thinking about maybe doing like a late night confessional. I gotta see how people feel about that. If people want to confess some things. Now, of course, it can be anonymous, although you do have to show me your face just so I know who it is and that you're not a troll. But I'll bring you on. You can just have an avatar, and then I'll bring you on, and you can just confess. Now, obviously, I'm not going to know who you are, and even if I do know who you are, you have my complete confidence. And you can just confess, and you can get it off your chest. Confessions are good, or getting the thoughts off your head. Those are good. Sometimes you gotta let them go. The perfect stranger. You know who the perfect stranger is? Perfect stranger is the person you meet at the bar that you know nothing about. You're having a crazy day. They're just there, they're doing their own thing, and then they strike a conversation with you, or you vice versa, and then you guys just become instant friends or instant confidants. You start drinking, you buy them a drink, they buy you a drink. Next thing you know, you guys are getting into some philosophical, deep healing. The bar stool therapist is the perfect stranger. But you don't have to go to a bar. You just come on RTRP, Real Talk, Real People, and exercise all of that. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. That's all you gotta do. That's all anyone has to do. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. You got gas. I got some gas today. It was $4.75. Some places I know it's $5, $6, $7, which is crazy to me. And it's like, damn. I remember when $20 would, you know, I remember when $20 would give me more than half a tank. I remember when $30 would fill up a tank. I remember when $40 would fill up a tank. And now it's just wild, this gas. But, can't let that stress you. Don't let it stress you. Compartmentalize your life. For me, it's nothing but studying, praying, losing weight, and building meaningful relationships and looking within and learning. That's it. I don't know what that is for you, but compartmentalize, find it. Try different things. Now's the time. Excuse me. Now's the time. Just relax. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about nothing. I noticed that during times of great stress or ridiculousness, a lot of people smoke. Whichever people smoke. People will smoke. People will drink. To take the edge off, people have sex. People will cut themselves, masochist, mutilation. People will be mean to other people and project. They'll be tough on themselves. And those are all the negative things, I guess you could say you can do. The carnal things, the base level things you can do. But really, you don't gotta do all that. I mean, no one wants to hear, hey, if you're feeling upset, go run a few miles or do cardio for a few miles. You'll feel better. It's true, you will feel a lot better. But people want the bottle to some people is more attractive. That half a zip is more attractive. Because a lot of people want to be out their minds. And a lot of people, those are enhancers. Those are life enhancers. Alcohol, that's an enhancer. That's like putting goggles on, rose-colored glasses. Weed, being high for hours. Those are rose-colored glasses. To augment the world into a place that you don't mind being. To maybe even a place you want to be. But imagine if you could feel that good without drugs. Imagine if your life baseline was that good. It can be. For a lot of people, it is. Compartmentalize your life. Take a tally. Take a look at what works and what doesn't. Take a tally of what causes you stress and what doesn't. Take a tally of what you can do better and what you right now and what you can do better later. Be honest. Look deep inside yourself. Don't project your own inadequacies upon others. And you'll find true happiness. Whether it's through prayer to the Lord, whether it's through your secular positive vibrations, but just basically prayer. Just, people don't want to use the term God, so they say universe or the mother or nature. Same thing. The source, same thing. Gotta become in tune. And you gotta look at what you're becoming in tune with too. You know, music's one of these things. I become in tune with whatever I listen to. Like, I've never even heard of Jack. Never even listened to Jack Harlow, but apparently he's some sort of rapper that sisters like or something. I don't know. I don't know. People listening to 21 Savage, uh, all these drill rappers, all these other rappers, Codex, and they get on those vibes and those wavelengths, and that's the wavelengths they ride. That's not the natural wavelength. The natural wavelength is something that you feel, and you can even hear it, but you feel it. It's what happens when you turn off all the electronics. You put your feet firmly on the ground, take your shoes off, and you stand there with your eyes open and then with them closed while you breathe in slowly and feel the energy. Get on that wavelength. And see, that wavelength fluctuates. The earth, what we're sitting on, terra firma, that has its own vibe. And people that can ride the vibe, people that can get on the vibe, are people that are enlightened in so many ways that'll make your head spin. I had an epiphany today. Speaking of vibes, I bit into the most delicious fruit I've had in a long time. Very special person brought me some mangoes from her parents' orchard down south. Well, not orchard, backyard. And these mangoes, I use the term unequivocal. I said these mangoes are unequivocally the best mangoes I've ever had consistently this year. Every time she brings these golden, amazing mangoes, they taste so good. They're perfectly ripe, and they're juicy. They're bristling. They're plump with juice and ripeness, and they're just waiting. They're asking to be. They're so attractive. When you touch them, you feel them. They're firm but soft, and you make that small little incision. A lot of people have different ways of cutting mangoes open and eating mangoes. I've discovered the simple way. I'd show you if I could, but I gotta save a mango. I got 4 mangoes left, and I need to have one each day. I had 2 yesterday, and I was enraptured. I was enthralled. I was taken over by the sweet, sweet taste of those ripe mangoes, juice flowing down my lips and in my beard. It was very sensual. Okay, it was very sensual. Um, it hit different, but I can think about it now, and yeah, it makes me feel some kind of way. But I say all that to say this: it's the vibe, that fruit, the soil, the ground, the earth that it was grown in, the vibe, the energy. I can taste it. You can eat, and it's real. It's real food. A lot of stuff we eat, the Taco Bell, all this fast food, even the Chick-fil-A to some extent, even though, they pray over that. But, all this fast food, this processed food, it's fake. It's not even real food. There's even the vegetables, to some extent, you get in these supermarkets, they're not even real. But this tasted real. It tasted like it was full of life. Some people say full of electricity. It tasted alive. Not like, you're in Africa and you're chasing down an antelope and you take a bite out of a breathing, screaming animal. No, no, no. This tasted like there was life in it. Like if it was a video game and you were drinking a potion and you got life restored. Like this is what it tasted like. It tasted like, it tasted like it was nourishing to not only my body but my soul. And I'm like, wow, this is the difference between real food, fake food, and real food. It doesn't just energize and make my body feel good. It makes my soul feel good. And we got to be honest with ourselves. A lot of us are so busy not taking the time to really look at what's going in and outside of our body, what we breathe in, what we consume that goes into our subconscious. A lot of this stuff is soulless. Or if it's not soulless, it's carrying negative vibes and negative energy and ill will towards us that we absorb and we don't even realize it. Our soul realizes it, our subconscious realizes it, but consciously we're not. And we can't be zombies, y'all. We can't be those people that we can't be those people that are we can't be NPCs, non-player characters. We got to be in control of ourselves. We can't control everything, but we can control ourselves. And a lot of us feel like our lives are out of our control. And that's certainly not the case. There are situations that are, but how we do certain things, how we react, how we feel, and what we decide to do, our choices are our own. Remember that. Our choices are our own. Just because there's a website or AI that can predict what you are going to do, you can always decide to do something different. All that is machine learning. It's looking at a pattern of the things you do and making a clear decision based off of your past performance. Be unpredictable. Stay dangerous. That's what they used to say. That's what black folks used to say back in the day. Stay dangerous. Stay unpredictable. Don't always have your phone on. Don't always have your tracking on. Just some days go without it. We did live like this before. We lived without all of it, and a lot of us were happy. There's good unknown and there's bad unknown. That's interesting. Good unknown, bad unknown. But it all boils down to being real. So I advise you to go to your nearest farmer's market, or if you know somebody that grows their own fruits and vegetables and trees, offer them a little something. You've offered trade. Guys, get into bartering. That would be tight. Start bartering again. If you don't got money, barter a service. Barter something that you make, something you own. Get back into bartering. That's how you flex power. I'm going to do RTRP about different types of power. That's what I'm going to do. Because we need to understand what power is, what types of power there are, how to gain power, and how to know when you're being controlled by power. Maybe there's 2 RTRPs I need to do. I don't know if I'm going to make them pre-records or streams, but we need to definitely talk about power. Because there's really never been a better time to flex, attain, or overcome power. And there's never been a better time than to overcome yourself than right now. And we'll talk about that too, overcoming oneself. One of the hardest things to do, but once you've done it, Once you practice it, once you actively try to do it, um, you can overcome anything. One person I think about when I think about overcoming themselves, one of the best teachers for overcoming oneself is Jesus. I think about there was this Bible verse, and I never want to misquote. I talk about it a lot. Let's see. Uh, yeah, I think it's yeah. Hold on, y'all need to peep this. I show this a lot because this is real. This is I can't tell you guys what the key to life is, but I can sure show you what I think it is. I'm gonna show you what I think it is. Check this out. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. All right, so check this out. So John 16:25-33, New King James Version. It said, "These things I have spoken to you." Well, first let's pray for understanding and comprehension. Dear Lord, we ask you to humbly open our minds, hearts, and souls uh, to your word so that we may comprehend and understand and may use this for our betterment and those that we have yet to come in contact with and those that we have. Amen. All right. Jesus Christ has overcome the world. These things I have spoken to you in figurative language, but the time is coming when I will no longer speak to you in figurative language, but I will tell you plainly about the Father. In that day you ask in my name, and I do not say to you that I shall pray the Father for you, for the Father himself loves you, and because you have loved me and believe that I came forth from God, I came forth from the Father, and I've come into the world again. Again, I leave the world and go to the Father. His disciples said to him, "See, now you are speaking plainly, using no figure of speech. Now we are sure that you know all things, and you have no need that anyone should question you. By this we believe that you came forth from God." Jesus answered them, "Do you now believe? Indeed, the hour is coming, yes, has now come, that you will be scattered each to his own, and will leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. These things I have spoken to you, that in me you may have peace. And in the world you will have tribulation. But be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world." Woo! That always gets me. That always gets me. Always. Think about that. Overcoming the world. Now let me put this into I can't add to that. That's perfect the way it is. But here's another way of looking into it. He has overcome the world. Jesus has overcome the world. When you're Adam and Eve, and you and me, our flesh is made of dirt, dust, whatever. Our physical form is made of the world, earth, the world, elements, the earth. Our spirits are what comes down. God sends it down and inhabits these bodies created of this earth. So the spirit and the body are two separate things that work together on this plane to do what we're here to do, to navigate this world. So of course your flesh and your soul, which are two halves of a whole, are going to be in conflict. They need to find balance, and you need to be able to overcome the world. If your body is made of the world, then that means you have to overcome yourself. Jesus has showed us the way that he has overcome the world, meaning he's overcome himself. If he can do it, you can do it. You can overcome the world. And the way to overcome the world is overcoming yourself. Once you've overcome yourself, you've overcome the world. Are you feeling me? Are you feeling me? I hope you're feeling me. I hope you're feeling that. Because that's so true. Find that balance. Overcome it. You're not an animal. As much as people want to tell you, oh, you're just an animal. You can't help this, you can't help. No, 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 no. You're better than that. You're better than that. That's an excuse. Overcome yourself. And it's hard to do. I understand. Trust me. I am constantly every day trying to overcome myself. And I'm winning a little bit. I'm not going to front. I've been winning a little bit lately. But there's always going to be things that I do and that other powers are going to try to, foil, throw against me, to have me backtrack, backslide, do things that I know aren't going to be better or good for me. So just understand it's a hard, it can be done. Sometimes it's a lifetime pursuit. Sometimes you can get it done and you can unlock it. Think about it. You overcome the world and you're able to do some amazing things that would seem like miracles, magic, whatever. Excuse me. Pray for guidance, pray for comprehension, pray for mercy, pray for understanding, pray for discipline, pray for motivation, ask for what you want, and put feet to your words. Make sure you speak from the heart. Don't worry how it comes out. He knows what you're talking about. He feels you. Say it. However you're gonna say it. It doesn't have to be elegant, but he feels you. He knows what it is. That's what the Holy Spirit's there for. He knows what it is. So, that's just how you go about it. Hope that's helpful. Those are my late night thoughts. Definitely don't want to keep this too long. Um, remind me, need to do a show about different types of power, and I need to do a show about overcoming oneself. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if this helped you. If you like the vibe, let me know, and we will get those out there. As always, this is Real Talk, Real People. I'm your host, Carter Drew. Keep it real.